We are filming. I'm about to go outside and pick some stuff. Tell me why I feel so weighed down by the fact that I have my real camera in my hands. Like, I should use the real camera that I have, right? Like, that's normal. But, like, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I literally bought it so I could do YouTube videos. So, I should use it, right? I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I've noticed that I do this look to the side quite a bit. Like this. What is that? Like, what is that? It's fucking weird. Anyway, I'm about to go pick vegetables. Well, I decided that that was not for me in any capacity today. In the long run, yes, it does need to be for me because I really do need to get back to filming properly, especially if I'm going to be keeping this up. Anyway, today I am about to... Why is it every time I come outside that AC unit turns on? Today I'm going to go ahead and harvest, but I do want to go ahead and chat with you while I harvest. So if you want to go ahead and stick in, there are just some things on my mind that I think I would like to relay to you, my very small audience and friends. So we're going to go ahead and harvest from a few places. You can see what's grown in and what is viable. Sorry, the not so much an orange bush has new growth. I really wish it were an orange bush still. That was my fault. Anyway, starting with green beans. Let's chat. So this isn't actually targeted or aimed at any one person. It has just in general been on my mind and my heart for a few weeks. And really, I just want to start by saying that when you look at my garden, I know sometimes it can be easy to kind of want to be where I am. And I think when we look at other people's lives, it is sometimes really easy to compare our life where we are to where they are in this life. And I think as people, I think that's something that we just really have got to stop doing. Just from the garden perspective, many of you are just starting your first year of gardening and you are learning and embracing a completely new and different lifestyle than what you're used to, and what you're used to is based on societal norms. So what you're used to is what everybody has done. So when I have friends in my comments kind of going, my garden, I wish my garden were like yours, what you don't see is the years of trial, error, and everything, the struggle it took me to actually get to where my garden is. I don't show everything that happens in my garden. And I think in life we do that too. What you're seeing is a social media friendly, for the most part, view of this garden. You don't see when I come out here in the morning and things are being eaten by tiny little worms that are God knows what. You don't see when the lizards stare at me like I'm crazy. You don't see the turmoil that comes when I'm trying to establish my cucumbers and harvest them. I'm sorry, you don't see what the turmoil that comes from when I'm trying to establish cucumbers, but I can't because things are perpetually eating them. You don't see the frustration that I have in my garden. You see what I show you, which is the happy, shiny, fun view of gardening. And I really do want you to have a happy, shiny, fun view of gardening because I think more people should be growing their own food. But what I don't want is for you to compare my year 4 to your year 1. It's like when we think about society, we would never compare the abilities of a 4-month-old, a 4-year-old, to the abilities of a, sorry you guys, to a newborn. You have to learn and grow. And I think making room for that learning and that growth is so important. Sorry, next plan. I think the reason I have had the success I've had, if you want to call it that even, is because I tend not to listen. I like to learn as I go. I think these are banana peppers. Don't ask me, I don't know. But even as I go and even as I grow, there's still a bunch of things that I don't know, and I'm not 100% on. And I embrace those things, and I do try to learn from them every day. And I think that's so comparable to the social media view of people's lives. People aren't going to show you the struggle that it took them to get to where they are. They're not going to show you the hard work. They're going to show you, hey, I am in Aruba, and it's not to make you feel bad, it's really just for attention. All social media is just for attention, including my own. That's where we are in the basket so far. So I want to encourage you to really start to compare you to you. If you are just starting to garden, that's amazing. But instead of comparing you, just starting to garden, to me, who's just been gardening for 4 years, or for me, who's been gardening for 4 years, to compare myself to a gardener who's been at it for 10 plus years, we need to compare ourselves to ourselves. I think trying to be better than another person is toxic, and it's going to end up with you being horribly unhappy. I don't know what these peppers are, but I am taking them. They're going to make tacos next week. Because again, nothing about their life is made for social media. It's made for outside ingestion. It's not a real and true picture of their lives. So, as I was saying, so I think we need to start running our own races. Compare you today to the you that was yesterday. And see how those two people are different. Wait, where's my... Look at that. For instance, I have not produced a beefsteak tomato in years. And that is so much better than the Dominique I was last year. Because Dominique last year did not produce any beefsteak tomatoes. So look at it that way. How are you different than you were last year? The year before that. The year before that. The year before that. And mark your growth that way. Not by comparison or in comparison to another person. Because that person doesn't grow or do things under the same circumstances in which you do things. I've openly shared that my garden gets partial sunlight. I've openly shared that, oh, by the way, these were supposed to be bell peppers. They're clearly not. I'm pretty sure they're just, whatchamacallit, banana peppers. Hold on. I've openly shared that my garden grows in partial sunlight. I've openly shared that I don't do things by any sort of manual. And I really don't share that in order to make people jealous or anything like that. I share that so that you have the courage to make your own way, to figure things out as you go, to grow as you go. So, that is pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. And I think this wraps up the amount of vegetables that we have in the yard right now. Sorry for the sniffs. I have horrible allergies. So, this is our basket. Isn't she pretty? Now, is it the big basket of produce that all of my contemporaries have? No. But is a bigger basket of produce than what I had last year? Absolutely. And if I rambled or didn't get to the point, that's what matters. Try to be better than you were. And if you can't be better than you were, try to do your best. Because that's another problem that I see, is that we fault ourselves for being different or less than we have been in past years. This year may not be the same as last year, but as long as you're trying and you're doing your best and you're not quitting and you're still striving, or even if you're admitting that you need a break, that's progress. Just because it doesn't look like you wanted it to, or what society says it should, doesn't mean it's less progress. So I'm gonna take my produce in the house. It's also like 105 degrees outside, so I really do need to go back into the AC. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, sometimes I'm weird, like the last video. Sometimes I try to talk to you about what's going on in my head and things that are, you know, prevalent to me. If you like this content, subscribe. I'm not a great gardener. I'm probably not a good gardener, but I try every day. Have a great rest of your day, y'all. Bye.